Okay, we're starting to pull some wires, figure out where we want them. Pulled this one a little farther than it needs to be to the front of the light. Have a little extra slack. This is the screw it contacts to. And basically run it essentially along the path it's going to follow over to where it's going to come up into meet and for the wires connected to the back of the light switch. And clip it off there. Try and leave things a couple inches too long, and that way there they shouldn't be binding, pinched, or have any problems later. So, and then next, after I get these all cut, start soldering and keep going from there. Man, have I found an unpleasant task. Turns out we gotta ruin somebody's day and home to access that rear work light. So, hey, I like the idea. I didn't notice that before, but somebody put a toggle on that rear light. That's a good idea. Not too terribly easy to access, but maybe I will wire a second toggle in the dash for the rear lights and take that innovation one step further for convenience. Alright, let's see what we find. Ah, jeez. Neighbor made a loud noise, scared the living crap out of me reaching into this nest. Alright, good times, good times. Let's see. Any skulls? Man. Alright, I'm going to get some sort of implement shovel or something, because this is pretty thick and dense, and I'm not excited about touching it, so I'll let you know. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see in there, but it's a whole lot better, at least for now. No dead or live varmints in there. That was good news. And after cleaning it out, I don't know if you can see, but there's an access hole right there. I'll probably run the wiring and the loom through, and eventually I'll probably add another rear light if I find it necessary. I'll make a junction in there because this rear light is kind of blocked by the ROPS. At least off to this side there would be no light at all, but I don't know how often I would need that or use that, so it may be irrelevant. So, okay, back to running wires. I'm also running a little heavier gauge wire than what is probably required for minimums on this, just because the heavy duty use that the tractor gets, the additional exposure to the elements, and the fact that I don't want to have to do it again. So anyways, oh, if you like the shirt, support my buddy Al Millar. He's a nice Australian dude that I travel with, a great entertainer, and I believe his website for the clothing is Freak Original. So check him out, great guy. Alright, forgot the heat shrink. Let's see if I can fudge this one a little bit. Will it fit over? There. Well, good news is I didn't have it crimped tight, so hopefully we can get that back in there. Alright. I try not to crimp them too tight because the solder is what's really doing the work. I just use the crimp as that third hand to hold it in place while I'm actually soldering. It would be foolish to make the same mistake on the other end of the same wire, so let's get that out of the way. Got a good breeze going. That doesn't necessarily help the heat transfer. Alright, one more wire down. Okay, this is what the back of the dash looks like, so just going to do a little bit of stuff here, get some basic leads going roughly where I need them to go, and that'll be that, I guess. I don't have everything. I'm still waiting on some 8-gauge terminal lugs and the actual battery cables that I'm getting made. So I won't be able to complete this project till everything arrives. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Got a nice little puddle, so it soak right down into the terminal through the strands. That one's good for life. Alright. Those two are done. Next we can't do the 8-gauge because I haven't got the terminal lens yet. I'll replace this one going to the coil or glow plug indicator. I do have new gauges coming. The only one that'll stay is this one, which is the reverser. So we'll have a new oil pressure gauge, new temperature gauge. Ammeter is going to be replaced by a voltmeter now that we have the alternator instead of a generator. Well, I guess that's about it. So I'll probably need to run one more lead from the accessory side of the ignition back over to the voltmeter when it's here. Voltmeter will be grounded, so make that wire during installation because I don't know where I'm going to ground to yet. Might even just be right back to this panel. Then we'll figure that out. Let's see. So before I open it, I'm going to ask somebody about this, whether it needs to be 20 or Maybe I should go a little bigger to a 30 amp, but I will probably weld a couple of studs somewhere here on the dash, over here in the middle on this lower lip, and use this automatic circuit breaker on the ignition circuit. So I may not make that wire yet because I don't know how long my leads are going to be. This actually may get mounted directly next to the ignition on the lower panel that sits below this one, more in the shin area of the operator. So I'm going to wait on that. Alright, other than having the I don't know if I'm going to take all my light wires and cinch them together with a small bolt, or maybe I will look for a small terminal block and that each lead can screw off of. But there's not a lot of room back here. The face of the gas tank is right about here, and the panel below here, there's only maybe 2 inches or so of gap behind there, so I don't want to clutter the area up too much. So that might do it for today, until I get the rest of the parts and have them next to each other and know where I want things exactly located. I really can't go too much further. Thanks for watching.